While talking to Mahmoud on the phone, I stated that I had wasted too many years working at meaningless, low-paying jobs and that I would like to do something that I enjoy for a living. Mahmoud said, "I'd like to have my dick sucked for a living." For the next several minutes, we explored the possibility. First, we established that Mahmoud would only want his dick to be sucked by a female, and that diminished his chosen career possibilities enormously. I ruled out the remaining possibilities by reminding him that gigolos and erotic performers had many more duties and responsibilities, and that being a gigolo or a porn actor wasn't simply a matter of getting your dick sucked and being paid for it. But there must be a way for Mahmoud to realize his career dreams, and as soon as I discover it, I will contact him immediately. I was making a delivery and doing my stupid suck asshole fuck delivery job. I stopped at a red light, and two young ladies took time out from breathing Marlboro smoke in and out of their lungs to inform me that the company I worked for sucked, blew, and ate assholes. I agreed, and they further assisted me by pointing out that there were in existence two words that ideally defined my life, and that those two words were fucking faggot. Immediately, I saw an opportunity to reciprocate this helpfully volunteered designation through pointing out that there were in existence 62 words that ideally defined the lives of these two helpful young ladies. Those 62 words being dumb as a block of shit, Marlboro sucking scuzz that smells like fried shrimp, left out in the sun in a glass jar on a hot summer day, that will have 4 kids by 4 different guys by the age of 18, and between them they will pretty much succeed in knocking all her teeth out and probably killing her before 30. I have always believed, and will continue to believe, that honest, open, from-the-heart communication is the bridge that spans life's most treacherous and unforgiving rapids. If that makes me old-fashioned, hey, I'm old-fashioned. So sue me already. I've had at least 50 worthless jobs, and if one great thing happens, it's sure to happen on one of my days off. One job was loading trucks at an aluminum door factory. One of the workers was a real dumb fuck, red-faced South Boston beer puke named Henry. He sought out people who were very small, or physically handicapped, or female, or just anyone he thought incapable of beating him up, and persecuted them. Even the assholes loathed him. Some temp workers were assigned to the factory for the month of December. One of them was a Buddhist and had a whole non-violent karmic way of life, and of course nothing emboldens a chicken shit Henry-type pussy like the perception of the absence of the possibility of retaliation. You can easily imagine what this Buddhist had to endure in his 4 weeks on the job. On the Buddhist's last day, Henry went around offering bets on how many punches it would require to knock out, quote, the faggot, unquote. Just before lunchtime, the Buddhist tapped Henry on the shoulder, and when Henry turned around, the Buddhist slammed a big overhand right into his face, and Henry was out for several minutes. It was one of my days off, and I wasn't there to laugh in his face when he woke up. Paul was in my 8th grade algebra class. He had a lot of Greek friends and had learned a lot of Greek words describing sexual acts, and he enjoyed saying them. Most of the words referred to male homosexual acts, some of them quite ludicrous sounding. He liked to use these words in connection with our algebra teacher, a white-haired, windburn-faced sailboater from Marblehead who took way too much shit from the class's assholes. Paul would give his 5 students exams to monitor their progress. They were mostly fill-in-the-blanks essays concerning the alleged homosexual adventures of our Marblehead sailboater algebra teacher. He also had multiple-choice questions, usually requiring the student to choose from 4 or 5 different homosexual acts, the algebra teacher's alleged preferences in given situations. The tests were then graded by Alex, who was an authority due to his Greek citizenship. I finished my first year of algebra with an 85 average in Greek homosexual terminology. Paul had a 100 average, or an A+ grade. He was happy with his grade because it was much better than mine.
I have an asshole job, and I'm doing it. It is almost midnight, and I am walking the perimeter of a building and recording the zone checks on a DTEX clock, which is covered in black vinyl and hanging from my shoulder by a strap. 4 functionally illiterate inner-city youths are walking by. At least one of them has to say something. They cannot just walk by because that would be a violation of the official rules of prison destined garbage. One of the pieces of walking fecal matter asks me if I'm carrying a purse. This is a high point of his day that consists mostly of being stupid and doing nothing and stealing from the elderly residents of his neighborhood and taking up space and wasting air that worthwhile people could be using. I decide not to answer his question. My answer will have to wait until a rainy morning, just before dawn, in a secluded little alley between the State Transportation Building and a ticket agency. Then and there, I will very swiftly shoot him, decapitate him, and scoop out the section of the brain that stores new information. I will hold the brain matter up in front of the DTEX clock and explain, no, this is not a purse. It is a DTEX clock. I will whip the brain matter into the wall, and as it splatters, I will say, you can learn something new every day if you will only keep your mind open.
It was time to start work, and I was in no mood. I began loading equipment from one vehicle to another, and I looked up to see my boss beaming. "What a great day," he declared. I continued loading equipment. "What a great day for the race." I said nothing. "Well, aren't you going to ask me what race?" "Okay. What race?" "The human race." Fuck.